I want to talk about the NFC West for just a second because what the Niners have accomplished is what Seattle did a decade ago. When Seattle extinguished the Niners, everybody looked around there like, I guess, Arizona's on the come up with Carson Palmer, but he's older. How sustainable is it? Was it Michael Floyd? Who was the guy who was the wide receiver from Notre Dame who they had? Michael Floyd? Remember they had him and Fitzgerald. Everyone's like, Arizona's on the come up. David Johnson.
David Johnson was really good, and then he broke his forearm, but he was really good.
I know.
But Bruce Arians, you're right. Like that whole defense, and then he stepped away, and then Cliff, man.
I know. And so the way I look
Steve Wilkes, but now he's doing well in Panthers. But
you'd say they went off a cliff.
The Niners were ended by Pete Carroll. Just ended by him. And they were searching the desert for years on end. And it felt like the Rams couldn't get it right with Jeff Fisher, obviously, and then they bring in McVay. And then all of a sudden we look at the NFC West heading into this year like, wow, could 3 teams, maybe 4, make the playoffs? We thought Seattle was going to be kind of garbage, actually, heading into the year. But we thought Arizona, who knows? They're kind of an older team with a great quarterback. Who knows? Now I don't know what we think of him. He's going to be out for a year. They're going to probably have a whole coaching change. I think Arizona's going to be stinky next year. I look at the Rams. What a nightmare. What a nightmare scenario. It's so bad. McVay traded everything to win now, and now he's looking around, and he feels like the Brooklyn Nets of 10 years ago. Whoa, I got to get the eject button. I got to get out of here. Nah, dog, you were the one that wanted Paul Pierce and 8,000 picks for a bunch of old guys. That's you. You should sit in this bathtub water. You want to leave now? You front runner? Like Sean McVay. I don't ever want to hear about Sean McVay being in the same breath as Kyle Shanahan. Like, honestly.
Wow, really?
Oh, I don't
he
care.
won the Super Bowl and beat him in the biggest game they've ever played against.
Great.
I'm playing devil's advocate here, obviously.
No, he look, you won the Super Bowl. But when we are identifying the great coaches of all time, McVay has now eliminated himself from that discussion.
If he leaves, yes. But if he could come back.
Good coach.
He could come back.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time left. He has plenty of time to come back and add to his coaching legacy. He's like, 36 or something? I mean, he needs to take a 5-year break.
If I'm a coach in the coaching circles, so you can trade the future to win now, and then the first sight of losing, you ducktail and run, that's weak sauce to me. Now, I'm not saying he's not good. He is good. But that's weak. That shows me what you're made of.
But I think I would take that Super Bowl and then the dumpster fire for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, but he's not taking the dumpster fire. See, he's leaving.
Not, but that's okay. But you know what? If I'm a Rams fan, I'm cool with Sean McVay because he got me that ring. But that's it, right?
All 15 fans.
That's a front-runner move. To me, that's a front-runner move. I believe in adversity. Like, I always talk about this all the time. Like, if you were, born into multi-millions or whatever, and then you ended up becoming some, TikTok founder or whatever, you develop some app, I don't look at you the same as someone who was born with nothing. I'm sorry, I just don't. The adversity and the journey that you've been on is what makes the individual to me, part of your story and your legacy. And I look now he inherited a bad situation at first. They had elite talent, similar to Harbaugh. It just hadn't been coached up properly. Him leaving right now, to me, it's weak sauce. That TV money's always going to be there. And Mark Florio said it last night on the television. He was like, well, it's because of the multi-year rebuild that you created, trading every single pick. And think about this. They almost got their hands on CMC.
They tried. They wouldn't have made the playoffs still because Matt Stafford got hurt, Cooper Kupp got hurt.
The Niners wouldn't be the same.
They wouldn't be.
They'd be totally different. Totally different. So I'm just sick of McVay, and I'm so glad to see him take a hike, you front runner. Take a hike. Peace out if you do want to leave. That TV money's going to be there for the next 15 years. Take a hike, bro. I don't want to hear about you and Shanahan anymore. Because Shanahan will get a Super Bowl. It's coming. It's a matter of time. And we're going to look back and we're going to be like, wow, one guy's a front runner. The other guy was here through thick and thin and a lifer. And we make it out like McVay wants to start a family. Like Shanahan doesn't have kids? Like Shanahan doesn't have a wife? Like all these guys don't have families?
No, it's fine. But if you're 36, you've won a Super Bowl, you've been to 2 of them, maybe you've made millions of dollars. Maybe you just want to live your life. I don't respect that, right?
Fine, sure, whatever. I just don't want to hear about him and Shanahan. Because what Shanahan did this year was a masterclass in kicking butt. Christian McCaffrey acquisition, the guy, 1,100 yards this year, 10 touchdowns, 200 total touches. The guys just chalk him up for 120 yards a game. Deebo Samuel, down year, injured almost the whole year. Only has like 850 yards this year. If I would have said that combined, rushing and receiving, if I would have said that, most Niners fans, probably a down year. George Kittle, 750 yards, 11 touchdowns, career high. Brandon Ayuk, 8 touchdowns, career high, 1,100 yards. They ran the ball for 2,500 yards this year. Well, thank you, Kyle Matson, as he comes walking in. Bringing me a Starbucks, which I desperately need. And then look what this defense has done with DeMeco Ryans. Number 1 ranked defense. They bring in a high-priced cornerback free agent. How'd that work out? No one talks about the Charvarius Ward acquisition. What an incredible acquisition. 888-957-9570. Niner fans, where the hell you at? We got Seattle on Saturday. We got Seattle. Pete Carroll. I'm so ready for this matchup. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snowing. I don't care if it's 95 degrees. Bring on Pete Carroll. Bring on DK Metcalf. Bring on Kenneth Walker, who's probably going to be Rookie of the Year. Bring him on. I know it's Brock's first playoff start. I know he's a rookie. I'm here for it. They've got weapons galore. They've got a defense ready to stuff. 13-4, number 1 in the NFC West. A plus 116 rating when you go up against point differential in the NFC West. 6-0, undefeated. A plus 13 turnover total this year. This team took the ball away, held on to the ball. They did so much. God, he was awesome. Let's go to Mark in SF. Mark, step right up, no waiting. What do you got on Brock?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Brock Purdy. What I've observed of him, he's more determined than he is scared. So even if he throws an interception, he's got the mentality to just come back that much stronger. I saw a little bit of that in preseason. He's the real deal.
He's nice, Mark, isn't he? I feel so confident when he's got the ball right now. I can't believe this is a sentence I'm uttering, because 4 months ago people would have laughed at me for insulting their intelligence. I feel really confident Brock can win a playoff game at home at Levi Stadium. Right?
He's got the whole team behind him, too. They believe in him.
It's unbelievable. What about Christian McCaffrey, Mark? What about CMC? How good's he been?
Oh, he's terrific. He's just got to be the most versatile football player. Him and Deebo Samuel on the same team.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Really lucky.
I got a feeling, thank you, Mark, for calling. I got a feeling we get the best of Deebo in this playoff run. It feels like, in case of emergency, break glass. We really haven't, what do we have, one Rams game with Deebo? We really didn't have that signature Deebo game. I think it's coming. Let's go to Bad C in the Richmond. What you got on this 49er team, Bad C?
Oh, man, what's up with all these Niner fans on this rainy day? Man, I want to say I'm the only Niner fan. Shout out to all the Niner fans that was there when that fight broke out.
Oh, yeah.
And that was I probably was the only person in the crowd clapping. But look at how we came. Look at where we at. And look where we at doing. 10 wins in a row, 4 more to go, 10-4. We about to win to the bowl, Super Bowl. Man, Ward was a big pickup. Nobody's saying that.
Yep.
But also the no-name people that's doing their thing. I didn't know who those people was. I'm taking pictures. I don't know who them people was. Everybody from the linemen, they going crazy. The little kid, he going crazy. Everybody going crazy. And I just want to say, man, Purdy, I didn't know. I seen Purdy. I thought he was just some little he made the team. The backups was throwing their thing in the preseason.
I know.
I had confidence in Purdy, and just off of that, goddamn.
I know. They look great. Bad C, keep calling.